I'm back, people. I'm back. I'm back. Did you know? Now let me go to my happy place. Did you know there's people, or there were people, who tell you Muhammad Ali wasn't a great fighter back in the day? Where do you think they got that Uncle Ruckus thing about Muhammad Ali in the Boondocks? That was taken from real life. You talking about Muhammad Ali? He ain't fought nobody. Listen, they didn't randomly just make that up. They didn't randomly make that up. There were people who said Ali didn't fight nobody, or he couldn't fight. The only thing you can do as a boxer is go out there, mix it up, and wait until your time is up. And if you're destined to be an all-time great, in some people's eyes, you'll go to Castona or wherever it is, or New York, or wherever they're holding them. You know, countries outside of yours will ask you to come and do a dinner talk, a meeting, greet arrangement, and stuff like that. And that's all it is. Yeah. Derek Chisora, he's lost a whole load of times, been knocked out. He still has a lot of popularity in this country anyway. The whole thing about boxing, before it went commercial, let's say in the United Kingdom, when they used to have it in the school curriculum, was to send your son to boxing, because girls didn't go, obviously, back then. They would now. Is to send your son, yeah, to the boxing club, or if they did it in the school, to teach him how to defend himself. It wasn't about having this commercially impressive looking record, which the corporate market forces could exploit and utilize and make millions. Yeah, that it looks nice on BoxRec. Wasn't all about that. Yeah. Joshua started boxing as an alternative to working on a building site or selling a couple of bags of HERB he was selling. Tyson Fury boxed because it was something ingrained in his family. Being of the gypsy community, the mainstream options of career and work were a little more limited. I heard Paulie Malignaggi talking yesterday, and he spoke about Salvador Sanchez's fight with Patrick Ford, a Latin fighter, a tall black Latin fighter. Very difficult fight for Salvador. Very difficult fight. You know what Paulie said? He said Salvador Sanchez is overrated. That's Salvador Sanchez. And he was basing it on that fight there. And Salvador was also given a good fight by Pat Dell from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. He went the distance with him. And I think Paulie's argument, his argument is, if he died so young, how can we have him as an all-time great? He was 23 when he died. 23 years of age. But at the same time, he had 45 fights, which is quite a bit. By 23. His last fight was knocking out Azuma Nelson, but Nelson was 13-0. But see, here's things that Paulie is overlooking. Because Paulie, you see guys like Paulie will talk to his audience. And no disrespect to Paulie, yeah? I can't beat Paulie in a boxing ring. I can't. But Paulie can't talk boxing history with me. Salvador Sanchez is great because he took on fighters like Juan Laporte for the featherweight title. And when he fought Wilfredo Gomez, yeah, we're talking about featherweights. Getting like, how much did Sanchez get? Sanchez probably got $1 million. This was a Don King promoted fight. I don't know how much Gomez got, but he got a huge, huge purse. So he was breaking records because that's what boxing. You become great by your ring achievements, but you have to put the commercial successes in there too. Yeah, that's why Tex Rickard is noted as one of the great promoters because he done the first $1 million gate. You get what I'm saying? These things count. They do count. They do count. And they're historical landmarks. He was a great fighter. You look how well that Zuma Nelson, Zuma Nelson victory has won. Hey, Nelson gave him a tough fight, bro. Nelson gave him a tough fight. And shortly after that, Nelson took out Wilfredo Gomez for that title. You know what I mean? Took him out. Took him out, bro. Yeah, first $1 million gate. Tex Rickard. That's why you can't talk about Tex Rickard. Like, if you're going to talk about great promoters, you've got to mention Tex. If you're going to talk about great British promoters, right? You've got to know the history. You can't just, oh, I know Eddie Hearn and Frank. No, you've got to go back to Jack Solomon. And then you've got to go to Levine after that. Then you've got to go to the cartel, and you've got to know their bodies of work. It's all right, Paulie just pulling up BoxRec and saying what he's saying because he's got no historian there to challenge it. Yeah, Danny Red. Yep. Yeah, Lisa. That's what Paulie said. But Paulie's controversial. Paulie is controversial. Paulie is pretty controversial. Madness, bro. You look at Sugar Ray Robinson. He was only stopped the once in his career, but he was getting beaten by guys over here. Who's the guy from Paddington, our middleweight champion? He used to star in the films. Mick Leahy beat him over here. And he lost a lot of fights. But that's because he was fighting on, like it's a different criterias. But these guys, like, so what? Is he not great? What about the time when he lost to the journeyman, Tiger? What was it? He lost to someone named Tiger something. It wasn't Tiger Flowers. Journeyman. Outpointed him. What about when he fought, not Graziano, another Italian name? And there was controversy whether he was counted out for 10. And he went on to win on points. Not Graziano floored him as well. What about when he lost to Eurobum Randolph Turpin, lost his titles? Like I said, if this was Muhammad Ali was Anthony Joshua, and because he's an open target for the critics, you know what they would say about the Larry Holmes fight? You quit and you took an illegal diuretic. You're a cheat and you're a quitter. That's what they would do to him. That's what they would say. But because Ali is a protected species, they won't go and do that. And I'm not saying they should. Ali is an all-time great. Ali is definitely an all-time great. But nobody can quote. Nobody can quote where I said Anthony Joshua was an all-time great. You can't pull the quote up. You won't find it. You won't find it. Because I never said it. And if I never said that, then you can't accuse me of overrating Anthony Joshua. And you can't shame me into not supporting Anthony Joshua. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't wait for his worst moment and then try to shame me in my support of Anthony. No, I'm not. Come on, man. You got to be on a different level of intelligence, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm the cleverest person, but I know for sure there's a lot of people who probably think I'm more intelligent than Beats. But trust me, you take that link and discuss life or boxing with me, you'll find it ain't that easy to get one over on me, whatever that would encompass. You'll find it hard. I guarantee that. Who's in the building? LaFez, what's up? AJ has some tough months ahead of him right now. Very tough. Very, very, very tough. You know what makes Floyd Mayweather a great? I won't answer it yet. I'll wait for some of you to participate. Tell me what makes Floyd Mayweather great, and I'll get to it after I hear some of your answers in the comment section. I'm going to tell you what makes Floyd Mayweather a great. I will tell you. But I want to hear what some of you guys say, so that way you can probably help me with my answer. And I could, school you on game as well. SPPR 93. So do you say practice? Yep. Yeah, practice definitely makes him great. Big up Case K. Salute, brother. Yeah. Mayweather is so great that his detractors, they don't even understand how great he is. They don't even get it. They don't get. You know why they don't get it? Because they compare him to fighters who fought under different circumstances, and they think, oh well, he didn't fight in some tight gloves without no padding in it, or he didn't fight 20 rounds, or um, you know, he doesn't have 100 fights. Emmanuel, he says ring IQ. Lisa Bell said he always stayed sharp. Yeah, these are all great things. Definitely all great things. I'm going to tell you why Floyd Mayweather is great. Floyd Mayweather is the first social media boxing superstar. Right? Floyd Mayweather is the first boxing social media superstar. Yep, Roger definitely helped him. And his dad, Senior, Toby Bartlett, yep, his defense, yep, all of that made him great. But what makes him great, in hindsight, is Floyd flagshipped the game, right? He done all the media, spoke to the media, sold the fight, kept them entertained, kept the level of interest in boxing, whether they came to see him succeed or see him lose, or Cinco de Mayo, or whatever it was. He was barracked and critiqued. Oh, you're ducking, you're dodging. You're not as good as Sugar Ray, this, that, and blah, 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 blah. And you never see Floyd crying or moaning. Like Keith, remember Keith Thurman had to do a little promotion on the first PBC card. I can't take all this, man. Most fighters cannot do all that media obligation and maintain it in the ring. You know why? Because it's fucking difficult. That's why. Because it's really difficult. And I'm not saying it's why Anthony Joshua lost. But yesterday was similar circumstances to the MSG. They made such a big deal. Even America, when AJ went to the MSG. And last week, he had to do so much media. I'm just wondering if sometimes, let's see, you know what the smart one was? In hindsight, it's Triple D. I'm done talking. Let's go. He does it right. Listen, big up Triple D. Triple D had it worked out. I want to do what he's meaning. I'm done talking. Let's go. Don't fill up your head. You see all that shit there? You fill up your head with platitudes and see AJ shadow boxing with Crawford and all these stars come to see him. And I'm not saying that's why he lost, right? But when you're the big star, especially in boxing, the only thing left for you is a big fucking fall. Because nobody, let me tell you this now, right? Nobody can live up to the hype. You can live up to some of it, but nobody can live up to the hype. You can't. Case K, he said it seems like AJ wanted to be liked and Floyd didn't care. Floyd didn't care, man. Floyd didn't care. Ali was similar as well. People used to come and turn up to see Ali lose. Ali didn't care. You buy a ticket? Okay, I mean, good. Be a nice gate. More money for me. Sugar Ray didn't care either. Robinson, he didn't care. The International Boxing Club, the Mobsters, Truman Gibson, the lawyer, They couldn't stand him. They couldn't stand him, bro. You know what I mean? Because he would break their balls about everything. Come on. A bigger cut, TV money. I want this and whatever stipulations in negotiation. And he didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care. You've got to be able to stand up to the scrutiny and all the eyes on you. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It certainly isn't easy. Mayweather is a G. Floyd Mayweather is a G. People always talk about his resume. What they don't talk about, though, you know what they don't talk about? Is when all the Mexicans were marching to the arena in expectation that Canelo was going to turn him over. And he put the performance of all performances, that performance he put on that day, I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, bro. I'll never forget that performance. Absolutely magnificent. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Greatness. Greatness, bro. Yeah, Toby said, I'm ready to fight. That's all they could get. Yeah, he kept it simple. See, I'm telling you, man. Telling you. Yeah, I wrote Triple G up, Triple D. I wrote him off. But now, yes, he's gaining my respect. It is what it is. He's gaining my respect. BG, how many times the UK public turned on AJ? Oh, they took turning him all the time, man. You know what I mean? All them calf rush. Yeah. Case K, the racist stuff Floyd had to endure. Yep. And didn't cry about that either. We all know about American black fighters get hated on. But he never played the victim. No, he never played the victim. He never did. He never did. I think, you know something, Case? I think that pissed off some African Americans that he didn't complain about it. I think that pissed him off. That pissed them off. Oh, Floyd ain't talking about the struggle. Floyd's right in the front line of the struggle. How can you ask someone who's succeeded in the struggle to look at the struggle the same way you are? When you complain about the struggle, he succeeds in it, but you expect him to see it the same way you do. What sense does that make? There's lots of black people and people of color, you know what I mean, and white people. There's lots of white people who don't be, oh, I'm going to talk about immigration all day, like Carl Frutch. And the Carl Frutch has got money. Yeah? And there's lots of black people who don't, oh, I'm racially oppressed. There's some people who don't get into that. They just get out there and do what they got to do. They don't have time for that. Case of, yeah, it did piss a lot of them off. You know what I mean? It did piss a lot of them off. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of black Americans were totally jealous of Floyd. And they didn't like the fact that he didn't see a lot of the Wilder fan base, they blamed all of Wilder's issues, a lot of it on race. And I wouldn't say I was the most militant black person, but I know I'm not an Uncle Tom. I know I'm not. Or I mean, although Uncle Tom was a good person. Or I'm not a Sambo. That'd be the more accurate. I'm not a Sambo. But them guys, like, if you like, you can clearly see, like, a lot of the stuff they were blaming on race wasn't even attributed to race. And when you disagree with them and you point out why this is nonsense, like, what was one of the things they attributed to race? The glove gate. Yeah, they let Fury put egg weights in the glove because Wilder's black. You're thinking, well, do you have any proof to substantiate that? It doesn't, like, why is it just Wilder? Wilder, what, they're not after all the black fighters, it's just Wilder? And I think even Floyd said, there was boxers, look, you just got your ass whooped, bro. That's all it is. You got your ass whooped. There was no conspiracy. There was no, we hate Deontay Wilder because he's black. No, you just got beaten up. Lisa said, I remember when Floyd beat Manny. And the crowd was booing. Floyd said, I'm American. You're all booing me. Hakeem said, Beats. Carl Froch is literally descended from immigrants. His dad is Polish. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa said, I was one of them because I was riding with Pacquiao. Yeah, listen, Floyd didn't have it all his way. Yeah, they were Wilder. They were blaming Floyd for his downfall. Yeah, they're blaming Floyd. Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Anthony Joshua is just a dude who got into boxing, done some good things, and took some L's. Managed to make a lot of money. 2 times unified Olympic gold medal. And all these people who say, you're just an extreme thing, but listen. How many times did I come out and say, in that London Olympics in 2012, he was gifted the decision against Erislandy Savon. He was gifted that decision. But that was the only one. There's some people who say he lost every fight that he fought. No, he did. But yes, he was gifted that decision. These people are crazy, man. People are crazy. But you know what? They hear what they want to hear. They hear exactly what they want to hear. BG, he said, I couldn't ride with Glovegate. No, sir. Yeah, it was excessive, BG. It was definitely excessive. It was excessive. You know? Case. So I like Joshua. I still ride with him. Yeah, me too. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. I still ride with, listen, Roy Jones' end of his career was horrible. It was horrible. But when I think about Roy, I still think about a great fighter. Because in boxing, you're not going to be, even if it doesn't end as badly as Roy's second phase of his career does, you're not going to be able to maintain the same level of performance. And here's what a lot of people don't understand. You know what they say? They say silly things. Oh, like Roy is ruining his legacy. He's not ruining it. Look, here's the thing with boxing. Yeah? Let's say, and I'm just using ballpark figures, I'm not using exact numbers. Let's say, right, between, let's say 1989, Roy got robbed in Korea, let's say 88. Let's say he turned pro 89. Through the 90s, he dominated, yeah? Up until 2002, 2003, when he fought Tava, right? So let's say he turned pro when he was 20, 1989. And when he started losing, he was 32, 33. And that's when it went downhill. From, let's say, between 33 and 40, I mean, he started losing and getting knocked out. The reason he's able to do that, because in boxing, yeah, you can still register under some state to fight and get a pro license, right? When you're in your 30s, 33, 34, 35, when you're not as good as you were in your 20s, right? So no matter how, like, you're not going to, no one except Bernard Hopkins, there's a few people. When you get into your 40s and 30s and late 30s, you're not going to be able to perform like you do in your 30s. But if you're a professional footballer, right? If you're a professional footballer, and let's say you turn pro the same time Roy turned pro. You turn pro footballer when you're 1988, when you're 20. By the time you get to your 30s, you'll be lucky if any pro team will keep you on your books. So you don't get to play on at the top level or in the professional leagues because no one's going to sign you. So we don't get to see your deterioration. Listen, there's lots of footballers who would stay on, but no one's going to sign them. But boxing, we got to see Roy getting knocked out by Denis Lebedev, by Danny Green. And that's just, look, if you're boxing is a great sport. Like, the glory for boxers is great. When you're going for glory, it's a beautiful thing. But when it goes wrong, like, listen, man, I watched that Randolph Turpin documentary, one of our greatest fights, beat Sugar Ray Robinson. And when it got to around when he fought, is it Tamiri, the Italian, for the European title, when he just getting past his prime, and he knocked him out, and then the Yolando Pompey knockout. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. It was savage, brutal beatings. But that's boxing. That's boxing. Brutal. And one of the contributors to the documentary, he was saying, right, when he fought Tamiri, the Italian guy, that the beating was so bad that it knocked his eyesight out of alignment. And it like, yo, bruh. And them days there was no insurance, there's no healthcare, the technology, or, what wasn't as advanced as now. He ended up working in a scrapyard. You know that. Former middleweight champion of the world. Former British light heavyweight and middleweight champion, European champion. Made a fortune. Made an absolute fortune. And there's videos of it. He was working in a scrapyard. He was moonlighting as a wrestler for stupid money. And listen, you see, back then, the boxers took fucking beatings that went undetected, right? And I'm not making no excuses for them. But the beatings they were taking, and then going back in the ring soon after to take another beating, it done like horrible things to them mentally. Horrible. Like, Turpin tried to kill his daughter and then took his own life. She survived the shooting. Yeah. All right, bro. That ain't no joke. The beatings they took, horrid beat. Let me tell you, like, when he fought Pompey, he bounced off the canvas. It was brutal. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But what can you do? What is it you can do? Um, when it goes, listen, when it goes wrong, it's not pretty. Nobody likes seeing it. Nobody likes seeing it. Yeah, especially if it's fighters that, like, imagine in real time watching Muhammad Ali fight Ernie Shavers. It's different when you watch it in video. When you're there in the moment and you're watching like Shavers crack Ali and his legs buckle in, he had a really good chin. The punches he took from Shavers, like that imagine how much damage that done to that man. How much damage it done to him. That fight there in particular. It ruined him. That fight ruined him. Boxing. It's not nice. It ruined him. Yeah. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And you can see, like, he wasn't acting the same. Like, he grew that moustache and he looked a bit like, and he looked, I don't want to describe it. Yeah. But you could see, even when he went to take the medicals at the Mayo Clinic, he couldn't touch his toes and stuff like that. But it was still passing him through the medicals. The last fight, he was in such bad shape. They shipped him off to the Bahamas to fight Trevor Berbick, because there won't be no stringent medicals. Yeah. When it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong. It don't just go wrong, it goes horribly wrong. You know what I mean? Like, we had a light heavyweight champion, Freddie Mills. And some of the beatdowns he took back to back were frightening, bro. Were really frightening. And the fights are in close proximity to each other. And his death was mysterious, yeah? Some say he shot himself in the car. Some say mobsters got to him. He's also accused of, like, murdering prostitutes. And his wife in the documentary spoke, and his friends, about the migraines he used to suffer. Vicious migraines. Vicious migraines. Yeah. And listen, not being funny, yeah? I didn't like the beating that AJ took yesterday. I didn't like it. I didn't like the beating, bro. Yeah, he took some serious shots in the Ron Lyle fight as well, little Jacob. Yeah, he did. He did. And Ron Lyle is a beast of a fighter, bro. Like, the fight in them days were like, Ron Lyle was just tough, bro. I see Ron Lyle take the best of Shavers. Did Shavers? I think Shavers decked him, and he got off the floor. He got off the floor from, like, full-blooded Shavers licks and went on to knock out Shavers. Man was tough, bro. You go look at that war he had with Foreman. Ron Lyle, bro. Ron Lyle, he was a serious fighter, bro. Yeah. Look at see, little Jacob, yeah, he died of mysterious circumstances. What did they say his wife could have had something to do with it? He had incredible wars. Yeah, Benny Paré. Look at it when it went left for Benny. It went left. It went left. You see, everyone's saying it's like the Emil Griffiths fight. Let me tell you this, little Jacob. Yeah, big yourself up. Yeah, Emil Griffiths wasn't a big puncher. I believe. Let me do the box rec on this so I get it accurate. I want to get it accurate. Where am I now? Emil Griffiths weren't a big puncher. Right. Let me go this way. Crazy, man. Emil Griffiths versus, let me see. That's the name I want. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this thing quickly. Not Giardello. Not Terry Downs. That's who Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray Leonard lost to Terry Downs in the UK. He was a good fighter. He lost to Mick Leahy in Ireland. And no disrespect to Mick Leahy, because one of Mick Leahy's relatives, he was a bit pissed with my channel. Says, "Oh, you're kind of dissing my relative." I wasn't dissing him. I'm just saying Sugar Ray probably wouldn't have lost to him in his prime, but he needed the money, so he was just fighting everywhere. But yeah. Okay, let's see if I can find. We'll get the timeline. It was Gene Fullmer. It was Gene Fullmer, right? Let me see if I can find where so I can find in what proximity the beats took place. These fighters fought so much time; it's hard to find the fights you want. See, if it's modern day fighters, it's just quick in it. But these guys fought so much; you have to go through so much. Like in, who's the Benny Paré fight? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There it is. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So he fought Benny Paré in December. Gene Fullmer, right? Defending his middleweight title, right? In December 1961. He lost by KO in the 10th round. Now, Benny Paré was not a middleweight. He weighed in 156. He wasn't a middleweight. He was a welter. Now, previously before that, he had fought Emil Griffiths before and won a split decision. Gene Fullmer put Paré down 3 times and gave him an absolute hiding. It's online. You can go watch it. He gives him an absolute hiding. And them days, there was no suspensions. There was no one to say you need to sit it out. So that was in December of 1961. 24th of March, 3 months later, he's back in the ring defending his welterweight title. And he was TKO'd in the 12th. But what I was told when I was a kid, yo, the Emil Griffiths fight finished him off, yeah. But it was the Gene Fullmer fight that done the damage. And I had to do the research, and they were right. The Gene Fullmer fight done the damage, bro. Done the damage. And then when you think about that, the Gene Fullmer fight was bad. But before he fought Gene Fullmer, 3 months before the Fullmer fight, he fought Emil Griffiths to a split decision. And 5 months before that, he lost by KO to Emerald Griffiths. And before that, he fought another. This is in one. I tell you what, right? The year when he lost to Gene Fullmer, right? He lost to Casper Ortega, who was a live contender, right? And he had another. Wow, see, it's crazy, man. In 1960, how much time did he fight? He's fighting like 15 10-rounders and stuff. In Madison Square Garden, Denny Moore was a contender, lost a split decision to him, a 10-rounder. He's fighting 4 or 5 times a year, 10, 15 rounders. Don Jordan, former welterweight champion. Them fighters got brutalized. They got absolutely brutalized, man. That's why you see these days, Trevor Berbick got murdered in Jamaica by family members, I believe. There's few stories, I mean, which I'm not gonna quote because I haven't got the accurate version, but it didn't look good for Trevor. Let's just say that. Yeah, land dispute or something. Or some people say he SA, if you know what I mean. He done some, you know what I mean, some elite, some, you know, irregular stuff. Anthony says it beats. If AJ Usyk, Wilder, and Fury hung up the gloves this year, who would you tip to separate themselves from the pack in 2025? Well, I tell you, you can't really say anything. You can make tips, but you can't really say. You could with boxing, you can't say. You know, is Dubois? Look, Dubois is the top guy, British guy right now. He's knocked off AJ. Listen, Tyson Fury lost to Francis Ngannou. In my opinion, he lost that fight, and he lost his last one to Usyk. So arguably, Usyk is the top guy in Britain, and maybe just behind Usyk, maybe the second best. Who saw that coming? Nobody saw that coming. You can never tell where the insurgents are coming from in boxing. You can never tell. You can never tell. You think people thought that Ali could beat Sonny Liston? Not on your Nelly. They thought Liston was going to kill him. Ali won that belt and became the face of boxing for the next 16 years or whatever it was. Can't tell. What about Larry Holmes? In was it the trials for the early 70s? Was it the 72 Olympics? I think the 72. When he got disqualified against Dwayne Bobbitt. And Muhammad Ali was there. And he was criticizing him. Because they're saying look, he was looking for a way out. And he was written off. They writ Larry Holmes off. But he went to win the title and reigned for how long? 7 years or whatever, 7, 8 years. Went to, what was it, 48-0 when he lost to Michael Spinks. You can never tell. Mike Tyson didn't have no glitzy amateur career. You can never tell. I'm not copying that, Andy, but you can never tell. Ben Umar says he's happy that both Wilder and Joshua lost decisively. The civil war amongst black people over these two generally took the joy of boxing talk from me. So salute to the world's largest Asian, M. Dubois. Yeah. Case K. I was sad when he lost to Baldomir. Who lost to Baldomir? Gatti took a beating from Oscar and Floyd to the case. Yeah, he did. The Floyd beating was like epic, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying about the civil wars amongst black people. But you know, it was online. Nobody was. I mean, I don't think nobody died. It was just toxic, innit? It was just toxic. It's just toxic. It's just toxic, man. You know what I mean? When is your time in boxing? Or listen, you get hit by a big shot. Like AJ's got to think about what he's doing because you can't afford to be getting hit like that against punchers like Dubois in that weight class there. Yeah, you soon start, like have memory loss and have all types of issues. Yeah, I remember my brethren, boxing fanatic like me, and this was years back, and he says, did you really look how bad that Shavers beating was against Ali? Yeah, I watched it. Oh, go watch it again. I watched it on YouTube. Like, he took horrible shots, man. What the fuck, bruh? All Triple G, when he used to fight. You see when Triple G throw that cranium shot in your head, on top of your cranium, what do you think that does to his opponent? Yeah, I mean, Lisa Bells has been in my resurrected salute. Nah, there was a bigger Asian than him. Dong, but he didn't make it. He was bigger than Jack, but he didn't make it. Faded out. Yeah, the neurological damage sustained by boxers back then, little Jacob, was on another level. Was on another level. Plus, the boxers were lied to. They were lied to by a lot of promoters and media because, there were people in the medical field who were doing studies, who would, took fighters and done exams on their IQ and thought patterns and whatever, technology they had then. And they knew the dangers of boxing, but they wouldn't clinically diagnose it until the 60s. So a lot of boxers, you can hear, there's documentaries where Billy Walker, brain damage, they say you can get brain damage, but I'm not sure you can get brain damage from taking punches. That's what a lot of the boxers believe because that's what they were told. And you could get away and see, like, old school life is different from now. Yeah. These days, we're all experts at certain things, even though we might not have we might not have the academic paperwork and qualifications, but we're all experts at things. Back then, if your doctor said something, or if you heard on the radio, or a politician said it on the radio or television, you believed it. Or in a newspaper, you believed it. Because where else was the information coming from? They were the only sources of information. That's why they used to smoke on hospital wards. That's why they used to say smoking was actually good to you. That's why they used to advertise alcohol, advertise cigarettes. But there were people who knew it was bad. But they make money, revenue, taxes. You know what I'm saying? Income taxes, finance, money, 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 money. Case K, he said, I agree. Francis beat Tyson. He beat Tyson Fury. Listen, remember they were saying Tyson Fury was as good as Muhammad Ali? Yeah. Yeah, when they over marinate fights, yeah, that's something a modern day hazard in boxing, man. Over marinating fights. Little Jacob, if Tyson took Francis seriously, he would have wiped the floor with him. Says who? Says who? With your argument, then, yeah. If Francis had 8 more months or a year more to learn the craft of boxing, he would have knocked Tyson out then. How about that? That's how I count on what you said then. If Tyson took Francis serious, he would have wiped the floor with him. But if Francis had a year more to study his craft, he would have wiped the floor with Tyson. Now, I can't prove what I said. I was just countering what you said, right? And making basically an analogy of what you said. I can't really prove it, and you can't really prove it. You know what we can prove, though, is that they fought last September, and Francis decked him, and had Tyson running scared, like Gil Scott Heron was talking in his ear, running scared. That you can prove. And it's funny, isn't it? Oh, AJ hasn't fought no one since Usyk. Are you the same people who were saying that Francis Ngannou was going to knock him out? Or I didn't hear that? I'm making that up because I'm an AJ fanboy. I'm an AJ fanboy. So I'm making it up that a lot of people said that Ngannou was going to knock him out. I'm making it up now. Or was it true? Let me know in the chat if I'm making it up because I'm a fanboy. Is it true? Let me know. Let me know to see if I'm a bullshitter. I want to know if I'm a bullshitter. Little Jacob says, AJ got his ass beat by an individual who can barely form a sentence. Well, you know what I mean? Sounds good what you're saying. But Sonny Liston couldn't read or write. And he knocked a row of Rain Bethier's teeth out of his mouth, bro. And people were petrified and shit scared of him. Mike Tyson never avenged a single loss, says First Tillette. Neither did Amir Khan. Yeah, I guess so, but that necessarily couldn't you go through the records of other fighters and find similar things? Yo, you had a rematch with someone who beat him before with Holyfield. See, but here's the thing, yeah. I don't know how deep you are into the history. See, this is the thing, yeah, right? If you come on this channel and talk, you have to know, without bragging, right, is that without bragging, I always come back with the counters. Yeah? It's just something I do. Now, Did you know, right? Did you know that Evander Holyfield and who else? Let me say. That Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, Riddick Bowe, all the top heavyweights, none of them would go in the ring with Razor Ruddock. Somebody asked me to prove it. I proved it when Mike knocked off the Olympian who lost to Holyfield. He was training Charles Martin. I forgot his name now. He beat Mike twice in the Olympic trials, right? But he came back after he lost to Buster Douglas and he knocked this guy out. Mike knocked him out. In the interview, Mike said, "I'm going to show that I'm not," and I'm paraphrasing, "I'm not afraid of Ruddock like everyone says that he's so feared." He just told you in a state they were running scared from him. And I noticed, I used to pick up the publication. They were running scared. And Mike fought Ruddock twice for no belt. He fought him twice. So all this shit, Mike Tyson didn't duck no smoke like that, bro. Well, I tell you when Tyson started ducking smoke. When he came out of jail and he was supposed to defend that belt he won from Bruno. He gave it up and then fought Selden to avoid Lennox Lewis. He started ducking smoke then. But if you're trying to tell me that Mike Tyson ducked smoke before he went jail or when he was champion in the 80s, you're talking absolute fucking shit. Talking absolute rubbish. I didn't duck no smoke, bro. Mike was looking to kill people in that ring. He weren't scared of nothing. Yeah? Mike cleared out the heavyweight division in the 80s. BG says, yeah, Triple G, yeah. You know that cranium shot he used to throw? Remember, who was the Mexican guy he threw it on? He buried him. I said, what kind of punch is that, bro? He put the cranium shot on his... Remember the big Mexican? He beat Lemieux. The Mexican who beat Lemieux. Damage. Doing damage. That was proper damage, bro, that punch. Is it not Rubio? I forgot the Mexican's name, you know. Let me see if I can... Let me see. I used to like watching Golovkin, man. I miss Golovkin because the middleweight division is crap now, bro. Load of crap. And the boxing fans are flipping clueless. Absolutely clueless. 69% of them idiots on the zone, on the fan zone, thought that Danny Garcia was going to beat Erislandy Lara. Absolutely clueless. I think it's Marco Rubio. Let me have a look. He hit him with the cranium shot. Where is it? Yeah, Marco Rubio. Yeah, that was brutal, bro. That was brutal. Golovkin, I mean, at a certain level, though, Golovkin was a beast at a certain level. Little Jacob, doctors who discovered that NFL players were sustaining CTE from all the collisions were told to keep silent. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that because you basically ruined the industry. used to be able to smoke on planes, Lisa, smoke on buses. Used to be able to smoke in wards. Yeah. They were. There was a debate the other day whether they were going to ban smoking in the UK in pub gardens. You're basically going to ruin the people's business. Yeah, going to ruin their business, man. Case said, Beats, I play American football in high school. I also did some amateur boxing and amateur MMA. I'm late 30s and I'm starting to have memory loss, like I forget stuff all the time. That's what that Case, that's what Eubank Jr. was saying the other day. He said he forgets stuff that he didn't used to forget. That's why he's trying to take the easy street fights, and that's why he's not fighting regular. That's why a lot of the boxers now, they have the information clinically described in boxing in medical journals. If you take too much punches, right, this is what's going to happen to you. You know, you could watch videos of doctors describing exactly how it happens when you take the punches, right? It's not like when they had that little toy model brain in them old boxing documentaries when they're revealing in the 60s that, yes, look, this is brain damage, bro. And they had the brain in water, you know, when you get hit. Nah. It's serious now. Yeah, Eubank Jr., you was saying it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Case K, not to mention dementia runs in the family. Yeah. And like getting strikes in the head is not the recipe for that. BG London said Ngannou's 38. Are you talking, Little Jacob, Tyson Fury's pedigree in boxing? Are you talking about the same guy who got the controversial win over John McDermott? Lisa Bell says Gil Scott Heron is the ish. What was the song you said? What was the song about Detroit, Lisa? He was a genius. He was a genius. Toby Bartlett said True Beats. Big up Toby. Yeah, little Jacob, man. I don't know. Did you ever watch the John McDermott fight? The John McDermott fight. Then you got to go through all the names he ducked. You know what I mean? Like, if you say he ducked David Price, people say, "Oh, well, Pricey's shit." Yeah, but at the time he was undefeated, taking people out, and that's when Tyson ducked him. Cases. No, I agree, Beats. I think Ngannou would have knocked Tyson out if he had more time to learn his craft. Lisa Bell said, I've never heard you say that. That AJ is an all-time great. Never said it. Never once said it. Little Jake said, Beats, you're right. You don't have to be academic to be nice with your hands. Yeah. Guzzy. Should listen to White and Chisora on IFL. Chisora says, I don't care about losses. White says he wants to avenge losses. Okay, two different philosophies, yeah. First to Let says, I remember listening to Gil Scott Heron, James Brown, and Gregory Isaacs interviews. Cocaine is no joke. Well, you know, Gregory was hitting the white pretty hard, man. That's the one. Tillman, Henry Tillman, yeah. Henry Tillman. Big up First to Let. Yeah, little Jacob Donovan, you know, he come from the island. That smash punch. The smash punch, bro. Yeah. Remember when he hit Michael Dokes with a smash punch? My gosh. BG. Tyson said Razor Ruddock was his hardest opponent. Yeah, it looked like he killed him at first when he hit him with a smash punch. Razor Ruddock, little Jacob. Yes, it did. Guzzy, the cranium punch. Yeah, he used to he used to aim the punch right on the cranium. Right on the cranium. Yeah, Mike was beating up everybody in the 80s, man. Overhand left hook. Who's that? Triple G? I don't know. All I know is I was watching a video. They called it the cranium punch when he hit the Mexican guy. BG says smoking in hospital. That's crazy. I remember the buses and rapes. Yeah, yeah. How long ago was that? It was probably before my. Yeah, they used to smoke in wards, man. And you know what they used to do? You know what they used to give sick patients in the hospital? Guinness. You get Guinness in hospitals. Yes. So basically, you could be in hospital having a cigarette with Guinness. Little Jacobs, I need to fact check when I'm dealing with beats. Oh, I'm bringing it. Case as beats. I know I've been knocked out too, so I know I have brain damage. They say every time you get knocked out, or it's not even knocked out. All you got to do is be knocked down, and it's a concussion. That's what the woman said. Every knockdown is a concussion. When AJ got hit with that left hook yesterday, and he remember and he buckled into the ropes. I said, Lord of mercy, bro. He was getting hit hard in there. That left hook, man. Daniel boy. Wow. Little Jacob beat stays exposing my arguments. I can't remember. Let me see if I can find what the title is. Lisa Gil Scott. Gil Scott. Something about Detroit. We lost some. We almost lost Detroit. That's it. We almost lost Detroit. Wow. I just had to close the windows. It's pissing down out here, man. It's pissing down. Little Jake says Daniel representing the South London ends. South London stand up. Oh, he was in another choke. Yeah, big up South London, man. Daniel done his thing, man. Daniel, you see, hey, listen, I always own up because I learn from my shit. I try and learn. When I think, look at Daniel, man, can't even handle the press. Yo, it's 5 days of media. You know, like, listen, 5 days of media. So Daniel just brushed them. Yeah, done with the talking. Let's go. Done with the talking. There's monosyllabic answers. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. That was genius. That was genius. AJ going into all philosophical answers and long-worded, winded arguments. And then you had the adoring fans. Listen, Freddie Cunningham had to pull this man away because AJ, and like he's like, that shit's no good. Like, unless you're Mayweather and Ali, it's hard to deal with that. You got to be on Mayweather Ali level to deal with that kind of adulation. It will get to your head. It will get to your head. And by the time you get to the fight, all your greatness has been burnt up by the adulation. And now all you've got is this South London youth with the bull neck and this piston jab steaming into you. Yeah, real shit, bro. Real shit. Real shit. Respect the boxer, bro. Respect the boxer. You gotta respect the boxer. Wherever he comes from, Tuscaloosa country boy, or he's a Watford weed shutter or whatever. You know what I mean? You gotta respect the boxer, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta respect the boxer. Is what it is. Case K says people make excuses about Fury not taking Ngannou serious. Doesn't matter. A man with his pedigree should go life and death with an MMA fighter and get dropped. But I do admit Francis is a freak. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. How can you fight Francis Ngannou and not take him seriously? What, because he doesn't box? If he didn't take Francis Ngannou seriously, you know what would have happened? He could have ended up dead. He could have ended up dead. So I don't believe all that because he's that serious in the ring. I don't believe all that. If somebody has got Mike Tyson training them and coaching them, and you don't take them 100% seriously, you're a fucking idiot. You deserve to get hurt. You deserve to get hurt. If Mike Tyson is in your coaching staff and Dewey Cooper, and they're training for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're saying to yourself, oh, well, he's an amateur MMA fighter, I have to take it serious. You're an idiot. You're an absolute, you deserve to get your brains punched out. You're an idiot. You got to take it serious. I don't believe that he didn't take it serious. I don't believe that. Do I think splitting from Kevin Rooney was the beginning of the end? Mike Tyson. Well, you're saying the beginning and the end. He went on to win the title when he came out of prison. Still had some good wins. You know what I mean? He beat Ruddock twice post Rooney. So I don't see it like it was failure and that. Yeah. Look, I still know some good things. Kay said he's having issues with vision. You have to see the eye doctor 3 times last year. Listen, the combat sports are no joke, Case, man. I was like saying with Randolph Turpin from the UK, after he fought the Italian guy, his eyesight got punched out of alignment, man. And you could see it. He was all boss-eyed up and stuff. Yeah. And the fight's on YouTube. I think it's Material or something. If I got it right. It is raining hard out there. Little Jacob, I noticed the marked improvement in form since Daniel lost his virginity. That Brazilian chick is like an elixir. You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? Whoever that girl is, yeah? Daniel is not seeing that girl to socialize with her. Daniel can't socialize with regular humans. Daniel is just drilling that. He's just getting the drill. Daniel just getting the drill. You know what I mean? BG London said Ricky Hatton said AJ should retire. You know, Ricky's career ended horrible, didn't it? Like towards like if you watch let me pull up like what went. People don't know about Ricky Hatton and that Logano fight, man. You know how popular Ricky was out in here. He was so popular. That was corruption in the British ring. I watched a video about it the other day. I'm trying to find out the details. It was flipping corrupt. See, I forgot. See, how do I lose the details? Yeah, I'm forgetting things. This is old age case. You know what I mean? I forget things. I'm getting older. I forget things, man. I forget things. Right, 6 more images. What? It was in a casino video as well. It was a good fight, man. But they basically they robbed Logano. They robbed him. They didn't want Ricky to lose. Ricky was huge over here, man. Ricky was huge. Massive. But the end of his career, man, like you see, it's the stresses, man. Is he dating Claire Sweeney from Brookside now? It's the stresses. He lost his last 2 by KO, didn't he? The Manny Pacquiao KO was brutal. And you see, when he was getting knocked out, he was going through a lot of psychological issues, especially, I think, with the Pacquiao and Floyd. He really hated losing against Floyd. Yeah. And Ricky started hitting the hard white. He started hitting the what? Remember the newspaper caught him? It was in the newspapers. This is before social media really was a thing like that. But yeah, it was in the newspapers, man. And somebody must have recorded him. Just like Kell Brook. Remember Kell Brook? See Kell Brook, I mean, got his nose in the candy. Had his nose in the candy. Right. Damn, Kell. But he's gone through a lot of stuff. The eye sockets. Look at Triple D. Triple D like mashed up his knee with a bad knee injury. Eye sockets mash up. In time to come, probably going to see Triple D, I should say. You say, oh yeah, he ain't got it no more. He's rubbish. Yeah, because he's probably gone through so much wear and tear, he can't perform no more. Can't perform. Boxers get broke up in there, bro. Can't perform. Bin Umar said Lara would beat Danny at 50 with just a long jab and 1-2. Danny got hands, got flat-footed T-Rex arms at that weight. He had no chance of beating Lara. No chance. Case wants and beats. AJ shouldn't fight in the UK again. Expectations are too high. Nah, he should fight. Nah, he should fight in the UK. Yeah, that's part of the job. They're paying him a lot of money. You got to do media. Then maybe you focus your attentions to different things. Nah, you fight anywhere. Little Jacobs says beats. How can you take a fighter like Francis serious when that was his first professional fight? But if you don't take it serious, then you end up on the canvas. Unofficial official says Hatman says Dubois should entertain fighting Moses Itoma. Your thoughts? No. Not yet. Not yet, man. Not yet. I don't know. I don't know. Case K. Facts beats. Not taking a freak like Francis serious can get you hurt. Tyson had the experience to survive. If Fury didn't have the survival instincts and experience, he would have gotten knocked out. There you go. I don't see it like, okay, if you was a professional fighter, boxer, little Jake, put yourself in that. Forget Fury. Yeah? Is that something you would do? Is take someone like Francis was throwing him all about the place. Like, even if you know he can't box, you must do some study. They say they didn't have tape. You must know this guy is a physical freak. How can you not take him serious? All you need to know, right? Forget his lack of boxing resume. Forget his lack of boxing resume, right? What you need to know is this. This is a 270, 60 pound piece of rock from the Cameroon, right? Who, if he hits you in your jaw square, is going to break pieces of your jaw. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Bin Umar says that little Jacob, because you take every man in a pair of gloves seriously, especially one that is a world champion, albeit in another sport. Fury got touched up. It is what it is. He got touched up, man. He got touched up. Because just like AJ, he got exposed a little. Listen, getting exposed in boxing is real. Look, Joe Louis is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. One of the greatest. Yeah? But when he fought Jersey Joe Walker, he got exposed. He looked like, listen, when Jersey Joe was doing all them little foot shuffles and stuff and feints and stuff, Jersey Joe looked like he was on in some George Jetson movie. Joe Louis looked like a caveman trying to keep up with the skills. And he got dropped twice and outpointed. He lost that fight, but they gave Joe the decision. Sometimes you get exposed. Sometimes you get exposed in there. And there's nothing you can do. You get exposed in there. Look at Lennox Lewis when he fought Ray Mercer. Lennox had to put on and Lennox could fight. But after he fought Mercer, he had to put them shades on, bro. He had to put them shades. And you know why he got beaten up, right? You know why he got beaten up like that? Because Manny Stewart had to teach him how to hold his gloves up. I can't remember what he was doing wrong, but he was holding the gloves up right in front of his face. But you're supposed to keep them up high, but not like square. That's how Manny's technique was. So he was getting licked up with Mercer's jab. Thump up. I thought Lennox lost the fight. It was close though. Sometimes you get exposed. That's boxing. People get, but according to some people, like the guy who was trying to tell me that I overrated Joshua, although I've never said Joshua was an all-time great. Never said it. Boxers get exposed, bro. Boxers get exposed. Did you, like Lisa was talking about Ron Lau? Have you ever seen you see Muhammad Ali against Ron Lau? Ron Lau was ahead on the cards. He forced Ali to come on the front foot, and he was thumping Ali up. Somehow Ali rallied and stopped him. Me and Natty Turner, we done a flashback video when Muhammad Ali fought the Eliminator against Doug Jones. This was probably 1963. Natty Turner's had it a draw. I had Ali winning by a point. Natty Turner had it a draw. By them days, they didn't do it 10-9 a round. You just scored the amount of rounds. Hey, a lot of people thought Ali lost that fight. Doug Jones, like, was coming up. I remember my dad always used to talk about Doug Jones, they're doing this to Ali. My dad always talking about Doug Jones. Hey, listen. Forget Doug Jones. After the Doug Jones fight was the eliminator to fight Liston. Ali scraped through that fight. His next fight was at Wembley Stadium against Henry Cooper. And let me tell you this now, right? If that bell never rung, when Cooper caught him with that left hook, would Ali have got through that round? If you haven't seen it, go look it up. The bell rung just as Ali got knocked down. Now, some people say Angelo Dundee deliberately tore the glove to give Ali time. It's not true. Like Harry Carpenter, when he done that documentary of Mike Tyson, he exposed it, that the glove was torn during the round. But Henry Cooper nearly knocked out Ali. After the Doug Jones and Muhammad Ali and Henry Cooper fight, he was going to fight Liston. What you don't understand, they thought Ali was going to die. They thought Cassius Clay, as he was called, they thought he was going to die. And he turned down one of the best performances in boxing ring history. He done the Matrix boxing. You see when AJ was trying to pull back, Ali was pulling back like the Matrix, bro, and making this guy miss. Liston missed so much. I think he pulled, I don't know if he dislocated the shoulder, he wrenched up his shoulder back. Just pull him up. I mean, you have to pull him out, bro. Liston got flipping schooled. Liston got exposed. He got exposed him. Ali exposed him. As tough as you are, as hard as you punch, I'm going to expose you. That's boxing, bro. There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody. Lisa, he trained, man. He trained. He did train for Ali. For Francis. He did train. There's somebody for everybody. Guzzy says Francis had a reputation in UFC, very heavy-handed. Yeah, I see some of the chaos. BG London, Frank's been kicking Eddie's ass. The friendship might end soon. Nah, friendship ain't ending, right? Not yet. Listen, Frank didn't want Daniel to win. Frank didn't want Daniel Dubois to win. He didn't want him to win. Yeah. Prince Nassim and Ricky Hatton, big stars, man. Big stars. Yeah, the Pacquiao knockout was bad, man. Ricky got pieced up bad. He got pieced up so bad. You know what I mean? He was chased. See, the thing is, though, right? Mayweather Sr. was the head trainer, and I think he had Ricky Beard. And Floyd was teaching him defense because he said, I didn't teach you to do what you're doing with no defense after he got knocked out. What Ricky was doing, he was doing the sessions with Floyd, but because he couldn't adjust to the training or whatnot, he was doing sessions with Ricky Beard. And Pacquiao pieced him up, knocked him out cold, man. Destroyed him. Destroyed him. Billy Masters, Kell Brooks stabbed up by the double B boys. the double B's. Yeah. Ricky Hatton was with Claire Sweeney from Brookie First Elect. Barry Grant might have something to say about that. Joe Calzaghe also got caught. Yeah, they caught Joe with the white as well. Yeah. Little Jacobs, it feels like AJ's just going through the motions. It seems like he has lost the eye of the tiger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he comes back. I don't know if he comes back. But, if he doesn't come back, because there's a rematch clause. There's a rematch clause. And more than likely, if the Fury Usyk thing doesn't resolve itself, Frank Warren and they're gonna want, like another Wembley showdown. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If Daniel decides to park AJ's bus outside Wembley again, it'll be what it is, isn't it? It'll be what it is. You know what I mean? AJ's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. If he don't want to retire, she doesn't have to listen to Ricky or anybody. He can carry on fighting. I mean, AJ loves the money as well. Don't get it twisted. Afro Jam, judging by that Dubois could throw Fury around with his physical strength. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, Daniel is coming into a physical prime now. You know what I mean? Like, styles do make fights. So, like, yeah. Yeah, it could be a serious gig. Tyson and Daniel Dubois could be a serious gig for Tyson. That's why Frank was saying, "Oh, I don't want to make it because I'm close to it." Yeah. You're protecting. I heard you. I heard you, Frank. Frank, I heard you, son. You think? Listen, trust me. Anyone who believes that Tyson Fury is going to go in there with Daniel Dubois with all the froth and rabies around his mouth like a rabid dog, you've got to be out of your mind to think he's going to take that fight. You punch him in his head and he just get madder. Nah. And he just saw what he did to AJ? Nah. The first person who's going to be able to tie to Fury is his old man. No, don't take that fight, son. Don't take it. First person is his dad. If they didn't fight David Price back then, they ain't fighting no Daniel Dubois. They weren't going to fight AJ either. They might fight him now because they see what happened, but they're not fighting people who scored dramatic knockouts and stuff like that. They're not doing that, bro. They're not doing that. Big up Afro Jam. Bin Umar said it's like Devin Haney, even though Ryan Garcia cheated and is racist and a mental midget, doesn't change the fact. I've seen him beat the dog shit out of him and expose his weaknesses. Yeah, he's probably ruined him. He's probably ruined. See, Devin took one of them beatings as well. Devin complaining about not getting tickets from Eddie Hearn. That's because he's not focused on boxing right now. You see the things he's focusing on now? Eddie didn't give me free tickets. Yeah, because you're not focused on boxing. That's why that's important to you. Yeah. Yeah. Look what he's prioritizing there. Yeah, the Jersey Joe Lewis, he was styling on him, Lisa. He was styling on him. Little Jacob, I heard the Lewis versus Mercer fight they made in a small ring. It could be. I've never researched that, actually. It could be. Joe Lewis got exposed by Max Schmeling. They say Jack Johnson gave Schmeling information. They kept Joe Lewis away from Jack Johnson. Yeah. Well, Jack tried to get in the camp, didn't he? But they wouldn't allow him in. You know why they wouldn't allow him in is because Joe Lewis was with John Roxburgh. His manager was a black guy, John Roxburgh. But they also had Mike Jacobs, I think a Jewish Caucasian man. And Lewis had to make a pact that when you win, there's no elaborate celebrating, no bragging, especially if you beat a white opponent, blah, blah, blah. And he had to kind of like keep it monosyllabic answers to the press. And Jack Johnson was so much of a tearaway when he was a champion. They didn't want the attention that Jack would give him, so they rejected Jack from the camp. And they're saying that Jack gave Schmeling information. Also, Schmeling was one of the first to use film footage of certain opponents, study it, mark out their weaknesses, try and take advantage of it. And apparently that's what they did with Joe Lewis. Little Jacob, Henry's hammer. Yeah, Henry caught Ali with that left hook. And Ali was sprawled out over the ropes, and his legs weren't right when he got up. Yeah. Chubby, he says, Lewis versus Mercer was too close for me to call. Could see it either way. Yeah, it wasn't an easy fight for Lennox, man. But Mercer was no easy fight in his prime, man. BG London Cooper almost done a madness. Very almost. Very almost. Very almost. Little Jacobs. Ali had a style that was light years ahead of his time. Yeah, just like, he broke the rules. He broke the rules. Usyk said AJ's biggest mistake against Dubois was pulling back with his left hand held low. Horrible technique. Like, he was all about, like, to me, it was just sloppy. AJ was sloppy, very sloppy in there. Sloppy. It looked like his mind wasn't on the job. Yeah. No, it's not a rumor, Guzzy. He said it. You can hear Tyson Fury said that cost him 150 million. That's what he said. Yeah, that's cost him 150 million. Yeah. Willie Pep lost 3 out of 4 to Sandy Sadler. Says first to let. Yeah, there's someone for everyone. There's always someone for everyone, man. BG London. Joyce might be Daniel's bogeyman. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Joyce was to beat Daniel. And I've always said it. I don't know if you guys. I've always said, yo, I don't care if Derek and Zhang beat Joe Joyce, right? Joe Joyce is still a difficult fight for a lot of people. Yeah. But there's actual video pen and the pencil. Big yourself up. Tyson Fury is saying that cost me 150 million. He was pissed. He was genuine. He said, yeah, that cost me 150 million. Little Jacob. Daniel would break up Joyce now with his diminished punch resistance. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What you're saying, diminished punch resistance. He got stopped on injuries with Joyce. The second time was a knockout. See, the thing is, it doesn't matter if his punch resistance is diminished. Joyce is still going to go after you. Let me tell you, you know who the dangerous fighters are, right? When you got a man who's been knocked out, maybe twice, been knocked out already, yeah? And he still goes in the ring with the same reckless approach, even though he's been knocked out. Them guys are dangerous because they don't care if they get hit and beat up. That's the dangerous opponents who don't care. That's how AJ, listen, if AJ's going to carry on, AJ, stop worrying about the record and criticism. Do what you're doing. Go to kill people like it. Because, listen, what you got to give AJ credit for, yeah? AJ was still trying to knock Daniel out after he was knocked down 3 or 4 times and took a beating. And he went after him. I give him credit for that. Because he kept me on the edge of my seats. You know what I mean? Like that one there. That was one of the best fifth rounds, heavyweight fifth rounds. That was one of the best. That was one of the best. The way you got caught with that second right, man, and like, yo, his leg just went out, bro. See, like it was weird, isn't it? Like his body just went into another zone, man. He looked like he was trying to get up with his face. He's trying to get up with his face. Like, whoa. Man. Yeah, his timing was off, Lisa. He missed a lot of shots. Little Jacob, do I think Dylan can resurrect his career at this stage? No, I don't. He's done. I think he's done. No, I don't. Watching that Christian Hammer performance, yeah. He's been so inactive as well. And he's old now, man. And any quality opponent gets a full camp against Dylan. Yeah. You practice that uppercut. Practice that uppercut. And there's several videos where you can get the blueprint of how to lure him into it and how he lures himself into it. And it's just a punch he doesn't like. Just a punch he doesn't like. The beauty of the pencil says AJ was under so much pressure, which he managed to disguise perfectly throughout the build-up. The shoulder of the night. Yeah, you've got to have 100% tunnel focus. Big up Afro Jam. Yeah, Mickey Wood versus Emmanuel Augustus is one of the best. Been on that. It's one of the best. I mean, like Mickey looked like he was on the verge of losing it until he caught Emmanuel with that body shot, man. Can he beat him in a rematch? HD or M88 Pro? I don't know. Like Daniel has to go in a big favorite right now because he knocked him out. The beauty of the pencil. So that's $1 million question. Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. Did you know Jack Johnson once blessed the streets of Peckham with his presence? No, yeah, probably did. He's been in London a few times, in England. He was supposed to fight Bombardier Billy Wells over here. He came over to the UK. Yeah, I've got a video describing it. Like at the time, there was a colour line in British boxing. Bombardier Billy Wells. The fight was shut down by the what position did Winston Churchill hold back then? The Home Secretary or something. He shut it down, Winston Churchill. Yeah. Yeah. Before I put the picnic to bed, I request do a video on the Diddy situation. Take that, man. The Diddy situation is messy. It's messy. You know, with the Diddy thing, yeah. I don't come out and say it because, like, I don't want to offend a lot of people. But to me, it just seems like Diddy's a freak. But I don't know if that's enough to put him in jail. Diddy's a freak. I don't know what's going on with Diddy. Like after the Cassie incident, then can't really can't back that. I mean, he beat up the girl on camera. Can't back that. But I tell you what though, I came with like Nostradamus on Twitter the other day because I told everybody that if names and heads are going to roll after this, it's going to be similar to the Epstein situation, where Rupert Murdoch, not Rupert Murdoch, Robert Maxwell, his daughter was involved, yeah. And then I said, if heads are going to roll after this, don't be surprised if you see a few females in the industry getting pulled up. Not as much as men, because let me tell you this now, yeah. Let me tell you the raw truth about life. A middle age, well, not middle age, I'm over middle age. I'm an old ass man, right? A man cannot run a major SEXTRAFFICK operation without women assisting with the recruitment and grooming. A lot of people don't want to hear that because, like, people don't want to see, you know, like, I get it, yeah, I get it. Like, if a woman does something really bad to her kid, yeah, people don't want to hear the story. Because just imagining a woman abusing her KID is too much for their brain to consume. And if you hear that women are contributing to the SEXTRAFFICKING, it's like, no, I can't run with that beats. No, I don't believe that's true. But it is true. And it's more common than what you think. And after I made the comment, right, hours after, what did 50 Cent say? He said Ben Affleck left Jennifer Lopez because of what she was doing with DIDDY and minors. Her part in it. Now, I'm not saying he's right, but more of these stories are going to come up. Trust me on that. They're going to come up. A lot of these women, when they're in the presence of powerful men, influential men, they do a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. 50 Cent said it. 50 Cent came out and said, yeah. That's why Ben got out of there. Little Jacob said it seems like overkill with DIDDY. It definitely seems like they are being draconian with the DIDDY case. HDON 88 Pro, Meek Millie, and Diddy audio is wild. I heard it and I wish I didn't. I won't expose my ears to that. I will not expose my ears to that. I don't have to. Feed Khabib. Devin will never live down that pic with Diddy in the pool together. Conor Ben brought out, didn't he? Conor Ben released the pic. I was like, wow. Feed Khabib. He said, I did say AJ hasn't been a hit since Usyk 2. Beating seasoned world champs a steady stream of bums is never helpful. What? So Wallin is a bum, yeah? It's funny. Wallin could have fought anyone else and he wouldn't have been a bum. But it is what it is. Wallin was the number ranked contender after he beat Gassiev in the Eliminator. He was number one. Guzzy says Diddy had a female PA who got him the DRUGs and EX. Ah, you see? I didn't even know that, Guzzy. And SEX workers. I didn't even know that. Not shocked at all. Not shocked at all. Yeah, they can listen. They can't run their major operations without some female input. They can't do it. A lot of the times the woman can talk a certain language to other women that men can't. Who's Sissy? Sissy was on BS from the 90s. I mean, 50 million bail declined. 50 million. And if you look at the case here, I'm not saying, because he's definitely done some dodgy stuff. Yeah, definitely has. But there were people going around saying he was a pedofile. There was a lot of that being said. And then if you go deep into it, there is actually no pedofilecase. It's all about the SEXTRAFFICKING. It's all about that. Speed could be, while he might not be a bum, but he was never a threat. He was still dining out and cutting Fury's eye. AJ played with him and he looked scared. As soon as Dubois hit Joshua, the game plan went out the window. Well, all I can say is, yeah, whoever they're saying is the scary guy right now, in a year or so, that will more than likely change. And the person they're saying is shook, in a year or so, that will change. He could be the KILLER. That's boxing. Lisa Bell's politicians even attend those parties. Indeed. They keep showing pictures of Aaliyah with pictures of Diddy and friends on X. Wow. Fred West, the Popo used to attend his parties. I didn't know that. Well, 50 saying J-Lo was his GM, beat Khabib. His GHSLAINEMAXEELL. Who's Sissy? Sissy on BS from the minute. Oh, okay. Oh, you switched your name from Sis from Dids to Sis. I see. I see what you did there. Wow. Oh, there's a lots of them getting out of their positions. Wow. Well, you see where Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons got out of the country, bro, because he knew they were coming for him, man. Diddy hung around too long, isn't it? He hung around too long. Man. When are we going to discuss Charlie Burley and the Black Murderers Row? Um, it's a difficult one to cover. Just off the top, it's a difficult because there's so much different fighters. Aaron Wade, Coco Kid, um, Burt Liddell. Um, there's so many of them, man. There's so many of them. Lloyd Marshall. Oh, didn't Charlie Burley beat Ezra Charles? There's not much footage of Charlie Burley. You've got the what's his name? Fight with Oakland Billy Smith, who looks a lot bigger than him, a lot bigger. And he's just showing great technique. Charlie Burley. Kim K is sending cease and desist letters allegedly. Wow. Guzzy, Christina Caron to the chief of staff. Wow. Wow. Yeah, listen. It's easy just to say, yeah, men. But um, women have more power than men. women have more power than men. That's the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, talking about the birds and the bees, you know what I mean? Like growing up as a kid, your friends can tell you this and that about their sexual experiences, but it's not until you actually you get with a woman, you know what I mean, then you find out what freakiness is, isn't it? That's when you find out. Like if you get the right woman or the wrong woman, they'll get you into some freaky crap, man. Get you into some freaky crap. Do you know how much stories there are? Teachers and women in positions of power doing young boys and shit. Loads. Loads. Loads and loads and loads and loads. Loads and loads. And I'm not, see, with dudes, if you're putting it the other way, dudes and young women, it would probably be a dude who is forcing the young lady. But I'm talking about women who coerce and groom these kids, or they don't even, maybe they don't need to groom because the kid is just a willing party. But women have stick power in the world, man. You know what I mean? Don't listen. This is what I'm saying. Red pill will tell you one thing, but you know, dudes, this, that, and that. But women have a lot of power, more power than what you can think. Case one says females have power over undisciplined men. Well, what sense does that make, really? What you said there. It's like boxing. There's someone for everyone, bro. There's somebody for everyone. You never watched Samson, the film? There's someone for everyone, bro. And the strongest power you have is when you convince people that you don't have power. And that's the strength when they're, you're like, listen, man, listen. When there's women in your family, yeah, who if any man was to go near to and disrespect them, and you would kill them without thinking, who has the power? Who has the power? All right, put up a yes. This is to all the dudes, because mainly dudes. Are there women in your family or in your life that if any man tried to disrespect, you would have no problem unaliving them? Just put yes. Just put yes in the comment section. Put yes in the comment section. Feed Khabib, the great leader Napoleon, notorious throughout the world, was brought to his knees by a woman. Behind the scenes, women can put any man on a string and control him. This is what, see, the red pill are sending you youths, a lot of these youths, stupid, irrational, immature, little bratty boy messages. Crescencio says yes. Gusty says yes. Yep. And you know what these women are? They're your wives, your daughter, and your mothers, and your aunts. You know why? Because that woman who feeds you, that woman who puts food in your mouth and cradles you when you cut yourself in your arm, any man thinking of troubling that woman has got a target on his back. It's just like your pet dog. my pet dog from back in the day. I was play fighting with my brethren outside the shop. We had a shop. I was play fighting with my brethren. I used to feed my dog and take it for walks. So when I'm play fighting, I'm just hearing my dog now station barking, barking. I'm telling you, shut up. You can hear me saying, shut up. As soon as my dad come back in the van, he opened the door. He kind of told us to get out of the way. As soon as he opened the door, this dog launched at my friend and bit him in his chest. It only nipped him, but it bit him and he bled. And my dad was worried he was going to get into trouble, but his dad, my friend's dad, didn't take no action. Because if I feed that dog and he thinks that I'm going down, it's like, how is he going to get fed? And little boys are the same way. Little boys are the same. And because dads don't have that same maternal link with their sons, they don't get the same protection. They don't have the same protection. Guzzy, never thought of it like that, Beats. This is reality, bro. That's very this is reality, bro. This is reality. It's like I heard Tommy Sotomayor on one of his early videos, and he said something that stuck in my head. And like, I wasn't a fan of his, but he made some very astute observations. Like when he said, in the black community, and this applies to our communities out here, because there are a lot of women who are attracted to the thug behavior. There are, even over here. Yeah. People don't like admitting it because for women to admit that they like rogue men, it's giving too much of their game away of what they're really about. But here's the facts, right? Guys who come out of jail or just going into jail, it doesn't matter. Like, they could do a list of horrific crimes, right? And we can say these individuals are reprehensible individuals. You know what they're never short of? Punani. There ain't no real thug who's ever been short of Punani. Tell me I'm lying in the chat section. That thugs, name a thug who couldn't get a whole load of Punani. Name one. Name them. You can't. You can't. Here's what it is. Give me 2 secs, people. We're going to come back and I'm going to deal with this. Yeah, sorry about that. Both sexes, we have weaknesses, males and females. We have weaknesses. Like somebody said, an undisciplined man. Yes, maybe after a time, he might learn not to get caught out by women. But the only way he can get that discipline is if he goes through the myriad of experiences that you can get from being with a woman, good or bad. You can't just be disciplined and avoid all the traps of what can come, mixing with the fairer sex. That's just crazy. That's crazy. There's no red pilling around it. You have to, like, burn your hand on the radiator, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had my lessons where I had to learn as a young kid that you can't show off and, oh, I can do this and I can get this to impress the girl, because eventually, you know it's not going to work in your favor, and you're going to start attracting a certain type of women when you put out that energy too. Yeah. Anthony McEnroe, that OnlyFans chick loved Thuggish dude so much she became a prison officer in a male prison. Right. Exactly. 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 And look, it doesn't make these women bad. It doesn't make these women bad. There's a lot of biological explanations to it as well. Yeah. Women, not all, but I mean, a percentage of them will seek um, the least path of resistance to security, and going out with dudes who, like, give off a lot of let's just say thuggish energy. It's a protection thing, isn't it? It's like, all right, well, nobody's gonna mess with me if I go out with him, and there's also these advantages I get if I go out with him. I get into the club. I don't have to queue in the line. I don't have to do this. And if he's shotting, I can get clothes. I can get this. I can get car. I can. I mean, whatever she can get. Whatever she can get. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. And like, if we was to go to natural selection without all these rules and guidelines that have been force fed to society, there'd be only a certain amount of men who could breed. You know what I mean? Because the baiters, the baiters wouldn't get a shot at it, man. It's only wokeness and political correctness and equal ops and all that shit and fairness is why baiters get a shot. But you take that away and you just break the natural selection, old school style, they don't get to breed. They don't get to breed. They don't get to have sex. They don't get nothing. They don't get anything, bro. It's the truth. They don't get anything. As soon as they get anything, someone's gonna snatch it off them. What you think in the wild, like all the primates and big cat male, I mean, alpha male big cats get to breed? No, they don't get to breed, or it will take them longer. If they don't get to breed as quick as the top dog alpha males, it will take them longer. Well, they don't get to breed. It is what it is. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy like that. Crescencio said the facts. Case of true. Facts beats. Yeah, yeah. Case one said that's the discipline though, Beats. No one's perfect, but if you can control yourself, how does anyone have power over you? All right, well, tell me this now. I don't want to be too crude. Yeah. I'm assuming, I'll do my spelling, that you're a STRAIGHT male. Straight MALE. And if that's the case, yeah, can you control? You got a hot woman around you. Can you control your ERECTION from rising? Because you're saying you could control yourself, right? What you have to remember, there's degrees of control. Now, I'm not talking about you have to run up and, like hump someone's leg because you're so desperate. I'm not talking about that. But there's only a certain amount of controls you can have. Yeah? The woman has power, brother. The woman has power. Yeah? And if it came down to it, and we break it down as a commodity, and there was no cash, like, let's say you couldn't buy this woman by bringing her groceries or jewels or whatever, and you had to use different currencies, right? Man would kill for the PUNMAR. They'd kill for it, bro. They'd literally kill for it. You do get that, yeah? They would kill for it. If that's what it took to get it, if that was the requirement, which it's not as savage as that. We're not in the book of Eli or nothing. But if it came down to it, man would kill for that. You're saying control is because, like, in the current state where we are now, there's we're civilized, isn't it? They've civilized us to act in a certain way. You can't do this, you can't do that, and that's wrong. And the age of consent is here, but in another country it's something else, and in another country it's something else, and in another country they got a different rule. In another country you can marry that, adolescent FEMALE. It's subjective, but they have power. They do have power. Yeah, Bin Umar's here. His daughter has got power. He's got power. All she has to do is look at him. And if you upset her, you're dead. I know, Bin Umar, you're finished. You're finished out here, bro. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Guzzy says, caveman times, you just picked up the WMEN and walked off. If you believe them. Well, where do the movies get the information? Get the movies from historical data. That's where the movies get. I mean, it's not the cavemen are following the movies. The movies are following the cavemen. Troglodytes. Yeah. Yeah, Neanderthals and whatnot. Yeah, that it's not the other way around. Yeah, it might not happen like how you see in the films where, all right, let's take it and put it on my back and walk off. But yo, it's not far, probably not far off. Not far off. Yeah. Keeping it real. Keeping it real, man. Like like I said, if necessary, man, just to attain that woman, yeah, they definitely would do. I mean, even without like there are men who like have done desperate things to get the attention of women. Even in our civilized society, they've done desperate things. And vice versa. And vice versa. Yeah. So there's definitely they listen, they've got a lot of power. They've got a lot of power. They've got a lot of power. And that's just the truth. If you can control yourself, that's an interesting one. If you can control yourself, depends what you mean by that as well. Right, we've gone off on a crazy tangent, bro. I think I better swing it back on some boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let's swing it back on some boxing, man. Yeah, Carl Froch. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't talk about it. Man. You know what I mean? It's just warrior spirit. Daniel Dubois sends AJ a step closer to the garden. Oh, wow. Is he using AJ's quote? That's deep. Is he using AJ's quote against him? Oh, wow. Wow. I tell you what, that's some skilled journalism. That's some skilled journalism. Hold on. That's some skilled journalism. I can't lie. That's some skilled journalism. It is better to be a warrior in a gardener than a gardener in a war. So that's a great quote from Miyamoto Musashi. Is a quote attributed to samurai warrior and the author of the book Five Rings, Miyamoto Musashi. Wow. So before AJ lost, yeah, AJ was asked if he had the chance to stop, look around, and smell the roses. He was at the time being interviewed by Ariel Helwani and had just weighed in, receiving in the process an acclaim of thousands of fans who gathered together in Trafalgar Square to watch him. In response to the question he was asked, Joshua was to produce one of the more interesting lines in a fight week full of tired ones. He said, when asked about taking things for granted, he said, I'm not a warrior in the garden yet. I'm still on the battlefield. I'm not smelling roses yet. Just blood, just fresh blood. Wow. I'm not a warrior in the garden yet. He's a gardener in the right. So he's basically a warrior in the war, not a gardener in the war, is what he's saying. But the journalist is saying that Daniel Dubois has pushed AJ closer to the garden, a step closer to the garden. That's deep, man. Whoa! Wow, he's pushing him a step closer to the garden. Because after a time when the warrior can't cut it on the battlefield, yeah, you're looking for the garden. You're looking for the garden. Yeah? Carl Frutch, why is he so bitter? Because he's a piece of crap. He's a piece of crap, Lisa. Let's keep it real. Yeah, he did. Dubois got caught getting instructions from his media team, and he left. He he left the bit of the instructions that he was supposed to take out, so the message looked like he made it. Wow. Billy says, do you think Dubois can carry a Wembley crowd without AJ or Fury? He's on his route. He's definitely on his route because right now he's just he's just the deal right now. You know what I mean, he's just he shook up the game, shook it up. Did Daniel? Shook it up, shook it up. Wow, pushed him closer to the gun. Served as good material. The quote from AJ, just smelling blood, fresh blood. Served as good material for those cutting the fight night promo. More than that, the image of warriors on battlefields or in gardens was another interesting angle to explore. Particular in fight week, AJ seemed obsessed with the idea. If he wasn't calling himself a warrior, he was calling himself a gladiator. And if he wasn't reciting lines from films involving either warriors or gladiators, he was telling anybody who showed any interest in his AirPod that his go-to songs were from the Gladiator soundtrack. Is that why he fought so sloppy then? Because to me, he just like it was a weird performance. It was a weird performance, man. It looked like he just abandoned a lot of his fundamentals. It looked like he abandoned a lot of his fundamentals. I don't know what it was all about. I don't know if he wanted to get back from Dubois for the early knock, but he seemed intent on trying these hooks and these arc punches, and he was hooking with the hooker, with his chin up in the air and his hands down. The first knockdown came from when he threw one of them wild hooks and it missed, right? He missed the hook. He was a little off balance. Triple D threw his hook, a right hook it was right hook for right hook, and they both missed. Now, if Triple D misses second after AJ misses, that means AJ has got more time to reset and think about what he's going to do, defend or attack. This dude, like, he steps back with his hands down and his chin in the air and gets bombed with a right hand. And I don't know, Dubois beat him to the jab alarmingly. He does so much stuff technically wrong, man. I don't know. I don't know where AJ goes from here. They said here that Dubois seemed the more natural fighter of the two. Yeah, he did. He did. He did. He did. He did. We get through this, said Ben Davison, Joshua's coach between rounds. 100% said Joshua. Fucking warrior spirit. 100%. See, all that is good. All it is good. And like, he went out on his shield, but you've got to fight smart as well as 100% warrior spirit. You've got to fight smart, man. Go fight with your brains, AJ. Go fight with your brains or you get knocked out. All them platitudes, warrior spirit. It's all good. But you need to fight with your brains. Lisa, he should have learned you can't hook with a hooker from Ruiz 1. Indeed, yes, he should have done. Because I can't understand why he wasn't ready for the BUM rush. I remember when we were watching him in the beginning, I never thought he would get here. I would have said Dylan before him. Dubois really beat Usyk. That wasn't a low blow, but fair enough. Crazy. Crescentio, not bad for $20 pay-per-view. Yeah, they're bringing the prices down in America, which is a good thing. It's an excellent thing. You know what I mean? They've been overcharging the American public for too long and getting away with it. You know what I mean? And no one stood up and went into bat for the boxing fans, which I find pretty horrendous. Canelo charging £80 for the last one, and people still bought it. If it's true, it sold 600,000. That's serious. 600,000. Lisa, head movement, guard up, get back to his combos, work on angles, tuck the chin in. Yeah, tuck the chin in. Yeah. And he needed to straighten that right hand. He needed to straighten it. Shoot it straight down the pipe. It would make it harder for Daniel to counter because AJ's got the longer hands. You need to use the long punches, at least in the early going. And what knocked him out? Like, he tried to throw that big uppercut and got countered. And before that, he didn't learn. Like, he was going in, he threw another shot, and Dubois countered it, but it didn't have the same effect as the second one that put him on his ass. But that's boxing, man. We can analyze it to death. You know what I mean? It wasn't Peter's night. Dubois was the more natural fighter, and he beat the crap out of him. There's some people still not giving Dubois his due. Yeah, like someone saying in the comment on Boxing Z, it seemed like AJ wasn't even reacting to the punches. Like he didn't roll with a single jab. Yeah, they were all landed 100%. His reflexes were non-existent. He's in a vulnerable. See, if this warrior, stop calling yourself a gladiator. You're a boxer. Yeah. Save all that Spartacus, whatever. You know, save that for the Colosseum. 100%. Yeah. But it's his decision. I'll watch him fight again because, like, the fifth round was pure theater. That was a brilliant fifth. That was a brilliant fifth round. Brilliant fifth. When AJ landed the right, man, for what was it, 10 seconds or so, there was that fleeting bit of hope for the AJ fans. Dubois closed the show, bro. Dubois, like, what was AJ doing on the canvas? It was like he was trying to get up with his face instead of his hands. He must have been so discombobulated. Whoa. AJ been a lost soul since Andy Ruiz took it. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, the pay per view is too costly over there, case. They're taking the piss. Lisa Bells, yes, straighten that right hand and use the left more. Disguise the punches, etc. Yeah, you got to disguise the punch. He was so like telegraphed in there. He was so telegraphed. Mm. Yeah, the memes must be killer. That's it though. Like after a loss like that, they're gonna meme you up. That's this generation. Imagine if Floyd got knocked out by Pacquiao. The memes that would have came out. They would have like they'd be making memes up to today. Cases, all those gladiator quotes. Okay, took the quote there. Khalifa, AJ versus Wilder should be next. Yeah, let's get the farewell fight. The farewell fight. Winner's got to leave town. I mean, the loser gotta leave town, son. Yeah. Bin Umar says Joshua should have taken a step back and reset after that right hand. He wasn't going to stop Dubois in that moment. He walked into his fate. Should have kept his hand up as well. That's what he should have done. And move to the when you're not punching against Dubois, move to the side, AJ. Yeah? Don't move back. If you're gonna move back, move to the side. Go out at an angle. Come out at an angle. You didn't give him no angles. You boxed the ugly, horrible, technically poor fight. Guzzy's the second time AJ gets caught going for the kill. Yeah. Cali Fast and AJ Soul is haunting the MSG halls. I don't think so. That fight. See, here's the thing. You're saying that, right? But you're being short-sighted. And the thing is, all right, tell me where you could be short-sighted in your comment. Be objective with yourself, right? I know you think you got it figured out, but be objective with yourself. Tell me, because I've got it in my head where you're being short-sighted. Tell me where I think you're being short-sighted with your comment. With the Ruiz fight. With the Ruiz fight. Tell me where I think where I might think or you think you're being short-sighted. Or if anyone in the comment sections, tell him where he's being short-sighted with that comment that AJ Soul is haunting the MSG halls. Damn. 170 people watching? No, I think I got that wrong, isn't it? No, not that much. You wish, Beats. You wish. You wish. Yappa dappa snapper fish. You want us to sell out your wish. My lips have never touched the circumference of a spliff. And if you ever catch me in the back taking a chill pill, just kick me in the grill. Back to the grill again. Yeah. Binuma, Wilder versus AJ. Loser retires because that fight is irrelevant, just like when Brooke and Khan finally fought. That weren't irrelevant. I bought that pay per view. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. Khalifa, AJ never wanted to return the fade in the MSG is why his soul haunts the Bulls fam. Nah. I mean that comment is the dumbest comment ever. That is the dumbest, stupidest comment ever. I'm not even going to reply why. I mean, if you can't see why that comment is so stupid, now I've got to insult you for being really stupid. You know what I mean? Super stupid. That comment is super stupid. Super stupid. It's so stupid. I can't even reply. I can't reply how stupid that comment was. I have to move on. I have to move. You proved you're one of them boxing fans who don't use any kind of insight or thought of what you're saying. You proved to be one of them. So I can't. I can't. I mean, I have to do what are they doing, good fellas? I got to turn my back on you. Good fellas, got to turn my back on you. City comment. City comment. dumbest comment ever. Dumbest comment. I'll turn my back on you now. Yeah, man. Wow. Andy Dubois, hey? Andy Dubois. He's the man now. I mean, there's so much boxing fans. Like, your comment is on the level of the fan zone who thought Danny Garcia could beat Erislandy Lara. See, Lisa Bells is an intelligent woman. Lisa Bells is an intelligent woman. You see how articulate and intelligent Lisa is? Lisa Bell, you know why Lisa is intelligent? Because she's a very pragmatic woman. The fight didn't go to Saudi because Eddie secured a $40 million site fee. I mean, to MSG. The fight didn't go to MSG because Eddie secured a $40 million site fee to bring the bout to Saudi Arabia. What are you talking about? Are you people that like just ignorant, bro? Are you just ignorant? The 60 million total is likely a number that doesn't include any of Joshua's expenses or tax payouts. You do realize, right? The rematch between Ruiz is what started all this shit here, this Riyadh season. AJ and Ruiz too. That's why it didn't go to Madison Square Garden. And Lisa got it. And Lisa got it. Ruiz got a big bag in Saudi. I didn't see him complaining. There you go. There you go. Yeah. You fighting with MSG. That's why you think he was scared to fight. Jesus. These people, bro, I tell you. You got no intelligence at all. Bin Umar resurrected. I enjoyed seeing Brooke mash up Khan, like you would say. But it meant nothing in the greater scheme of things. Khan ducked the fade for 10 years. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then he popped, didn't it? He popped. Yeah, that's it. He told Henry, is it Henry Hill? He told Henry, I got to turn my back on you now. Got to turn my back. You know what I mean? Hey, if I was getting that money, I'm not fighting no MSG. Anyway, listen, Andy did try and get out of the fight, but Eddie had him in that ironclad contract. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz made $9 million. Wow. That's what that is the fight. That is the catalyst for Riyadh season. That second fight. That is the catalyst. Is that what you gave him? $2,000? That didn't last, man. You know what I mean? They were drugging off that money, him and his wife. Listen, Cali. Let me kick the real to you. Yeah. Andy Ruiz is still spending money from that second fight purse. He's still spending money and balling off that second fight purse. He's still balling off that second fight purse. Case K says facts. Like, listen. Lisa says Ruiz didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out prior to that. You're damn right. Listen, AJ has made a lot of people money, and including himself, a whole load of money. Like I said, I'm not here saying he's an all-time great. I've never said it. But in terms of bringing life, attention, and money into the heavyweight division, he's a man. He's the man. He's the man. He's the man. Wow. Who's this guy Francis Ngannou is fighting? Like, Francis must have felt bad after seeing AJ get mashed up like that. He must be thinking, well, how comes I couldn't do that? It's on the zone, isn't it? Francis' fight is on the zone. I'm going to watch it. If it's not pay-per-view. If it's not pay-per-view. You try to charge me for it, the zone? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sure I can get the highlights somewhere. Or if not, I'll just read the result. I'm good. Terence Crawford wonders if Anthony Joshua can bounce back after Dubois loss. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua loss. Age doesn't wait for anybody. In a front row seat, the Gypsy King was a very much interested observer for Dubois' career-defining win. Said he'd done a very good job, very fair play to young Dan. He told members of the media as he left. Everyone wrote him off, coming in. He was the IBF champion and everybody treated him like a bum. He showed what he was made of. It was very good for him. Fantastic. He said what went for Joshua, a good right to the chin, and that was it. It's heavyweight boxing. Shit happens. You get knocked spark out. It could have been me, you, or anybody in the division. You are one punch away from being smashed and knocked out. That's what a lot of people don't seem to get. That's what they really don't seem to get. Did anyone watch Riddick Bowe and Holyfield 3? Like, Riddick Bowe was on the Holyfield put him on the floor, man. He put him on the floor. But he expanded so much energy trying to finish him. And I think he was ill going into the fight, allegedly. Couldn't finish him, and Bowe took him out. Bro. He took him out. This fight was sick, bro. I think that fight finished both of them. The fights are sick. Heavyweight division, man. Heavyweight division. Fury said it's up to Joshua and whether he wants to do next. If he's got good ambitions, he'll come back once again. He's got to make his own decisions. He's a big boy. He said he thought he was a 50-50 going into it. Dubois is a lot younger at 27. AJ is 35 like me. Age doesn't wait for anybody, does it? It is what it is. Wow. I don't think Usyk and Fury goes the distance. I don't think it goes the distance. I don't think it goes the distance. Someone's getting knocked out. Someone is getting knocked out. Because he said he's the PFL heavyweight champion. Because he says Wilder would have had 120 mil if he took the DAZN deal. That's a lot of money, bro. He left a lot of money on that table, man. Case said AJ did a lot for boxing. Definitely. Wow. Porridge. You see Devin Haney moaning because Eddie didn't get him tickets. He's such a plonker. It was a bit strange, wasn't it? Like, you're complaining because you can't get tickets? That's just crazy. I mean, how much did you get for every pound round was over? About 500,000. How much were the tickets? Tickets could have been more than a couple of grand. Oh, tickets were sold out by the time he got here, so he had to get someone to get him the tickets, obviously. Wow. Seems a weird thing, man. That shows he's not focused on the boxing no more. That, you was upset you couldn't get a ticket. Not focused. He's not fighting Liam Paro because he don't want to go through the IBF rehydration. See, Devin's frustrated because just like Joshua, he knows it's hard to come back. It's very difficult to come back. Very difficult. After that loss or that beating that he took. Wow. That's crazy, man. Devin is shook right now. And Anthony Joshua, he's probably shook. Deontay Wilder probably shook because the three of them are in a position that no boxer wants to be in. You're just coming off a bad beating. And if you go in there the next time, it's going to be 2 on the bounce. And you catch another beating like that, your confidence is going to be on the floor. Because I ain't heard Wilder say he's coming back. I heard Malik Scott say it. Why? Listen, I don't want to hear Malik. Malik can't fight, bro. Malik used to train. Can't fight for Wilder. I want to hear the fighter come out and say he's coming back. Don't let your trainer come out and make announcements for you. You come out and say it. You come out and say it. Wow. Yeah, man. Daniel's lines. Are you entertained? Bloody hell, Daniel. Cliche movie. What was that from again? Gladiator. Grant S. Big up from Australia Beats. Getting me through the afternoon at work. Oh, it's afternoon? I forgot you guys are on a different time zone, man. Afternoon. That's why I miss all the American fights. I mean the Australian fights because the time zones is crazy, isn't it? Case K, Holyfield was having heart problems. He was having all types of issues, heart problems. Yeah, 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 man. Heavyweight division, anything can happen. Anything can happen, man. Porridge said, I bet Ryan Garcia got tickets. Case K, you got Usyk stopping Fury. Fury needs a lot more on them early rounds he got, and he needs to be consistent, handing, Usyk them uppercuts. You remember that uppercut Fury fought? That was a good uppercut. Yeah, man. There was another upset on the card. No one's really interested. Padley, part-time electrician, beat Mark Chamberlain. That was an upset. Yeah. But Eddie's been getting into some shit, innit? Like, did he threaten to NOCK Benchel on OUT? Yeah. He told him he's going to knock it. You can't do that, Eddie. You can't do that, Eddie. What's the matter with you? Ready to knock Benchel out. And I think Ben got rattled, in it. Ben got rattled. Man. To see Will Chamberlain get smashed. You mean Mark Chamberlain? Why? What's wrong with Chamberlain? I don't know much about him personally to see him. Will Chamberlain? I don't know. Will Chamberlain or Mark Chamberlain? Mark Chamberlain lost on the card, but I don't know. Will Chamberlain. Oh, Hutchinson. Hey man, he took some. What was it, the solar plex shot in the 9th or the 7th or whatever? A good little fight, man. One of the judges had it 115-10 to Willie. 2 knockdowns and a point deduction. And you're telling me you came up with a 115-110 card? You should be arrested. Arrested. Arrest that criminal. Terrible. But Waxy, he kept the pressure up. Forced a couple of knockdowns. It wasn't spectacular, but he did what he had to do. It wasn't an easy fight. Willie's strength and conditioning lets him down a little. You know what I mean? You got to be stronger than that at 175. You got to be way stronger than that. You got to bite down your gum shield and you got to keep punching. You got to keep punching. You know what I mean? And as much as I've criticized Boatsy, his determination got him through that. Willie doesn't have that. Doesn't have that determination, that grittiness that Boatsy has. And that's what got him through the fight. Yeah. Lisa said the fight was cagey, but Boatsy definitely won. Yeah, he definitely won the fight. You know what I mean? That Josh Kelly, he's a piece of work, isn't he? He's a piece of work. He was talking about, he was mesmerized that the scorecards were so close. Are you serious? Like, he finished the fight with cuts all over his eyes. His nose was busted. Ishmael hurt. Sorry. Ishmael hurt him with the left hook. And he's talking about I can't believe it was that. He's a terrible fighter as well, man. Josh Kelly, I don't know, man. Harry Sweeten. It's bizarre. He turns away in the middle of the round and walks off. Yeah, it's just strange. Who's teaching him that? Why isn't his coach telling him don't do that? Billy Lamar. There's many documentaries. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2G, and Henry said that's when he decided to rat. But in reality, he was a junkie selling drugs, and Paulie and Jimmy were going to clip his ass. Mm-hmm. Who played Jimmy? Robert De Niro, in it. Like, his wife, when he met her, was a goody two shoes. See, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, if you get an influential, powerful man and give him a good, he'll corrupt her, and that's what he did. He corrupted her. He corrupted her. Now she wanted to be corrupted. Let's not make no mistake. She wanted to be corrupted. But at first, she kind of tried to tell herself that they're not doing illegal activities here. But she knew deep down. You know what I mean? She knew deep down. Crazy, man. Then after, I mean, when she saw what was going on, she was helping him do all his crooked stuff, flushing his work down the toilet because the MLB didn't approve of DRUGSSELLING. They didn't approve of that. Crazy. And even when he started, remember when he started two-timing? He was seeing the other woman, and then she was gonna leave, but her logic was, why was she gonna let another woman take her, even if he was cheating on her? That's how warped her thinking became, because she came from good stock, good parents and whatnot. But yeah, that's a flawless film, man. It's a great film. I've watched it a few times. I've watched it a few times, man. I've watched it a few times. I've watched a lot of De Niro films a few times. I can't lie. I don't even like the guy, but there's some people just got skills in it. Some people just got skills. Some actors. I definitely put De Niro and Samuel Jackson up as a couple of my favorite actors. But then I'm not a connoisseur, so you guys probably know more people who have got like great grammatical acting skills or classic training. But I like De Niro and Samuel Jackson. You know what I mean? John Travolta's pretty good as well. I tell you what, him and John Travolta are in Pulp Fiction. They were crazy, bro. The men are crazy. Case K, I thought Josh Kelly was going to be the next thing. It's all show and flash. I think Anthony Mackin cracked it. You know what I mean? Because he said that Josh Kelly, he thinks that like he entertains himself when he boxes, and he thinks everyone else thinks he's really good, but they don't. Canelo, man, listen, if you can charge $80 and sell 600 pay-per-views, yeah, he better be this. He duck everybody because he's got a bunch of people. Yeah, he's got a bunch of people who just will buy anything he sells. Guzzy, Al Pacino is another. Yeah, he's very good. He's very good. I haven't seen that much Al Pacino films. I saw the one he did with what's his name, man? I keep forgetting his name now. Was it Devil's Advocate? He was in The Matrix. What's the Keanu Reeves? He done a film with Keanu Reeves, which was pretty good. And obviously Scarface in it. You got Scarface. You know what I mean? Case chaos, crazy beats. Women can be corrupted. I knew girls from the suburbs who were obsessed with drug dealers and gangbangers. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's the reality of it. For some, like, I don't know what is it about the ghetto, what attracts people who don't come from there, that they want to be in the mix in the ghetto. I never understood it. Never understood it, bro. Never understood it. What is that all about? I think I've seen Jackie Brown with Foxy, Pam Grier, Bin Umar. I think I've seen that. Jackie Brown, um, De Niro, and Sam Jack. Yeah, Sam Jackson. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino, brilliant film. Because his Godfather movies, his old movies are the best. I've never really watched the Godfather series like that. One day I'll probably have to sit down and watch them. You know what I mean? Al Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico, great films. I know Carlito's Way. I do know Carlito's Way. I definitely know Carlito's Way, Lisa. Oh, great storytelling, The Godfather. Yeah, I keep hearing that. Yeah. I've never really Carlito's Way. I think I've seen it, I just can't remember it. I can't remember it. Like Morgan Freeman, I've only I think you know what put me off Morgan Freeman. I think you guys know what put me off Morgan Freeman. Isn't it? I'm not even gonna say it. It's one of his early films. I think I mean I was a bit I was a bit Dr. Umar them days. Case K. I asked the same thing, Beats. I never understood people from good areas who were obsessed with the hood. I never got it, man. I never understood it. You know what the film was when he done driving Miss Daisy. When he done driving Miss Daisy, I couldn't get into what's his name, Morgan Freeman. I couldn't get into him after that, and then I think I watched it Shawshank Redemption. That was good. Have I seen any other of his films though? But that just put me off him. I just hated that. The whole concept of that film, I hated it. I just hated that film. Oh dear. Just being honest. Being honest. Guzzy. De Niro and Al Pacino in Heat was good. Wow. I don't think I've seen that. Let me get some water. Donnie Brasco is a good Pacino film. Donnie, who is it? Benny. Who was it? Benny Blanco from the Bronx. What film was that? Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. He killed someone. Did he kill De Niro or Pacino? Is that Carlito's Way? Yeah, yeah. Benny Blanco from the Bronx, you know, knucklehead. Yeah, he killed Pacino. Yeah, he killed Pacino. I remember that. I remember that, man. The Scarface. You know what influenced a certain genre of hip hop is Scarface. Scarface had a huge impact, I believe, in drug dealing rap. I think that had a huge impact because Scarface is basically what gave birth to the black Scarface film, which is New Jack City. And then after that, everyone's slinging keys and doing what they're doing. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Although in saying that, Scarface came out early 80s. But you didn't get that style of rap didn't really start until maybe the 90s. Yeah, Raekwon, yeah, incarcerated, SCAR faces. Wow. Guzzy, there's a black and white version of Scarface from the 30s. Same story. Yes, there is. Yeah. Who's I can't remember what's his name. Starring that one. I forgot the actor's name. It's actually quite a good film too. It's quite a good film, the 30s one. Um, Let me see. I forgot his name, man. See, my mum would have got this straight away. My mum was a film expert, man. See, he was a good actor, actually. 1932. No, it's not the actor I'm thinking of, though. It's not the. How comes it's not the actor I'm thinking of? What's his name, man? There's a certain gangster actor from old school. He was bad, man. He was bad. Can't remember his name, man. Prohibition. Who done the Prohibition film? There was a Prohibition. What's his name? Let me see. Not Paul Muni. Prohibition gangster film. See, there are gangsters. Ah, there he is. It's Al Capone. Al Capone. Al Capone. What's his name though? What's the guy who played it? Gabriel Alpha. No, they killed him in the prison in the end. What was the film? Was it Al Capone? I can't remember the title of the film, man. a good film though. Against the movie. It's Scarface. It is Scarface. It is Scarface. Scarface is Al Capone, yeah? The old one. See, I don't know nothing about it, man. I'm getting it all mixed up. I'm getting me Al Pacino's and Scarface's all mixed up. Case of Scarface birthed New Jack City. Yes, it did. It did. Yeah, about 1980, 1981 it came out. I saw Scarface about 1984, but it came out years before that. There you go, Crescencio. The Untouchables. Now, I think that's the film. Yeah, I think the Scarface is based on Al Capone. I think the film it's the same actor who played. I think the same actor who played Al Capone is in the Untouchables. I think so. 1987? Wasn't it before that though? I'm going old school. No, it's not that film. This is a different thing. It's a different thing. And that one was 1987. With Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, Charles Martin Smith, and Billy Drago. Brian De Palma. That's Scarface. He made Scarface, yeah. Brian De Palma. Yeah. Wow. Lisa Bell's no, Scarface isn't about Capone. That Untouchables is. Okay. So the old Scarface, what's the character? Oh man, anyway. You guys, I'm learning from you guys because movies is not my strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Bin Umar saying De Niro played Al Capone in The Untouchables. Bin Umar played Al Capone in The Untouchables. De Niro. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bin Umar. New Jack City was real. Nothing influenced the surroundings of that fake story. I was a child in the 80s in NY. And there were cheese lines up and down the block. If you know, you know. Yeah, man. Like, we know some of the names, you know what I'm saying, from that area to you're saying there, you know what I'm saying? Like, Preem, Fat Cat, whatever they called it. Lisa Bells, Tony Montana, Cuban, DRUG Lord, James Olmos. Who's that? Tony Montana became the character, though, didn't he? He became that character. How long is that film? It's about 3 hours, isn't it? And people have watched it multiple times. It's one long film, bro. It's one long film. How long is? I think I remember how long. Long ass film. Oh, it's only 2 hours 45. It seems longer. No, that's long enough, isn't it? That's long enough. 2 hours 45. Oh, right. The Godfather is 3 hours 22. That's going into Ben Hur territory, isn't it? Ben Hur is one of the longest films, bro. Yeah, Cream Team. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? New Jack City, though. That like if there was a series of films across the pond. There was a series like they were just a genre into themselves, and they all had the hip hop soundtracks and stuff. New Jack, Juice, Menace, Boys in the Hood. Um, yeah, yeah. Them films there. They all had the soundtracks. Lisa, his nephew is home. Uh, Scarface, man. There's something that it just lures you in, though, isn't it? It lures you in. It lures you in, man. Regis versus Jack Catterall is being rescheduled. October the 26th. Coach Bobby Benton isn't concerned about the doubters. Just starting training camp. Nothing heavy. Just working on basics. Footwork, floor work, pads. We'll start sparring soon and get into everything. It's business as usual. It's back to work. A lot of people think he's done, but he's not. Catterall has everything to lose. I didn't think they would take the fight. Is Regis just there for the paycheck? Or does he have a genuine shot at beating Catterall in the UK? I don't think he can afford to let it go to the scorecards. Don't come over here, yeah, looking for a points decision because you're signed to Eddie. Don't do that. Don't do that. What's Regis done since Devin cleaned him up? Has he fought? Devin cleaned him up proper, innit? I don't think he's fought since Devin flipping. Devin was styling on him, bro. Devin styled on him. American Me. I think I know that one. Case. What has Regis done since Devin made him look silly in there? That was the first knockdown that Devin recorded in ages against Regis. Regis is a liar, though. You're a liar. He tried to say that Devin weighed in over 25 pounds. More. Listen, you got to go. You got to explain yourself to the commission if you do that. And if you're saying that they didn't make him do that, you're a liar. You got to explain. You can't weigh over 25 without explanation to the commission why you're that much rehydrated. Can't do that. No, he hasn't fought since then, you know. And that was the 9th of December last year. Wow. I don't know, Regis. Don't know. Okay. Man, I don't think the boxing world has recovered from yesterday yet. They haven't recovered yet. Okay, T.O. is with a new trainer. Mm, right. Why was Usyk arrested? He was detained after he attempted to board a flight to Valencia, Spain, where he was set to begin preparations for his December 21st heavyweight championship match with Tyson Fury. And his trainer, Sergei Lapine, were denied boarding after an airline official determined they were not fit to travel. The source said. Hmm, weird. You're saying you gave the reason. It's not really a reason. They're saying he's fit to travel. It's not, that's vague. That's vague. Who thought that AJ was going to finish Dubois when he called him? Jimmy said Dubois was fighting like the guy who got bullied at school until one day he shouted, "I've had enough." Come on, then. The bully got battered. Case K, Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood, South Central LA. Was really like that in the 90s. Wow. Big up Outlaw Pugilist. Triple D Klingon. AJ was no surprise to me. I called it a month ago. Okay. Knocking out AJ. Okay. Interesting. There's a few people who called it. A few people who called it. Elijah Finn. This outlaw. Devin embarrassed Regis's case. Yeah, he did. He did. Regis looked like he looked small, he looked slow, um, he looked bewildered. You know, after you got to the midway point, you think, wow, he's actually winning every round. Winning every round, man. Uh, yeah, man. Tip the Spencer. You know, he answered the public. the stamina, the cell. He didn't hide. All right, people. What do I think of AJ versus Wilder? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, is that in the works right now? They could both go. They could both get knocked out. Either one of them could get knocked out right now. They're both vulnerable. AJ's vulnerable anyway. AJ's definitely vulnerable. Definitely vulnerable. Unless he gets some serious fundamentals together, he's vulnerable. He said he's going to fight on. He's vulnerable. And if Wilder could what would be his best up? Like Wilder would have to get into his head. If Wilder can get into his head, make him second guess himself, make him forget his fundamentals. Yeah, I could see him landing something and putting AJ down. I could see it. I could actually see it because every time Dubois landed something, man, it just seemed like something happened. Something happened. So you know what I mean. Some people are saying it's because he's AJ. AJ fought punches, man. Povetkin was a puncher. Klitschko was a puncher. Fought punches. Dillian could punch. Fought punches. The new version of Triple D reminds me of Charles Sonny Liston. I don't know, man. So, Liston being my favorite heavyweight, I'll have to let that one marinate. I'll let that one marinate for a while. I won't write it off totally, but I'll have to let it, you know what I mean, marinate. It's a big comparison for a start. Big comparison. All right, people. It's been good. But I must bid thee farewell. Peace.